I'm a living legend. You ain't heard yet, you not get the message. From the moment that I'm stepping in, I get a couple weapons. Yeah, turn to a beast when I'm rapping. I'm a living legend. You ain't heard yet, you not get the message.
How you doing, everyone? Welcome back to AlphaCraft, and in today's episode we're actually not going to be doing anything to do with my new, I call it mansion. Is it a mansion? I don't know if it's big enough for a mansion, to be honest. But anyway, we're not going to do any work here. We're actually going to go and head over to the valley. Actually, we're going to go and do something that I've been needing to do for quite some time, and that's because of customer demand at Vanilla Ice. So to be honest, we can't keep up with those basic farms. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a farm that automatically sorts the ice out for us. You've probably seen them dotting around on the internet, on YouTube. I think the design that I'm actually going to be doing is ethos, but I think it's been like tweaked over time. It's not exactly ethos where I got learned how to build it from. It's actually from CRW Productions. I'll put the link to the tutorial in the video, but I'm also going to make a few additions and my own tweaks to make it kind of my own style, I guess. And yeah, and I'm also going to make it into 2 modules, not 1, because in the tutorial it's only 1 module, which is only like this length, right? I'm actually going to double it up and like mirror it on the other side to make it twice as much. So yeah, without further ado, we're actually going to crack on with this. So as you can see, I've been busy. I've been digging out this hill, and you might be thinking, Dibs, that's not what do we call it, Mount Chili? That's not Mount Chili at all. You're right, it's not Mount Chili. Mount Chili is over there, and the basic farms are still there, but I'm going to be tearing them down and bringing some of the basic farms maybe over there out the way, because I've decided, because my house is all the way over there, and as you can see, it's just, you know, in the fog. We can only see as far as pork chop. I feel like this is not always going to be an eyesore. I mean, it's not going to be a dramatic eyesore, because I'm going to try and make it look as good as I can within reason, because the design itself is, you know, meant to be a square block of ice, I guess. So I've started doing this little perimeter here. I've just kind of like marked out where the 4 corners roughly will be at the very edge of the farm after everything's done, like corner to corner. But this is the actual like the belly of the beast, as they say, I guess. This is where all the redstone and stuff is going to be. I wouldn't call it redstone, it's more like minecarts. We're going to be using a minecart system because it's going to push the ice upwards. I was really tempted to use Frill's ice farm from season 1, but for one, I don't want to kind of build the same farm and you watch it 2 seasons in a row. I know you guys don't mind, but that's a lot more digging, and 2, it wasn't really in the form of a tutorial, and you know me, I'm not great with redstone, so trying to work out where everything's gone and how big things are in a normal episode of AlphaCraft Season 1, it's just going to take forever. So, you know, I loved that design though, I really wanted to build it, but something was telling me not to do it this season at least, and just do the classic Etho one, or in this case I got it from CRW Productions, which is in the description, you'll see. But I'm actually going to add to it and build around it and make it look a little bit more nice, I guess. But without further ado, we're actually going to get cracking, because this is probably going to be a longer episode. Hopefully not though. But what I need to do first, obviously I'm not going to do it step-by-step tutorial, but I'm going to do the first bits, and that's going to be the rails. I'm going to lay down the rails, just get you know, an idea of where everything's going to be going. I'm going to start with this one and most likely do that one too. So yeah, wish me luck. Before I get started, I'm just going to show you all the resources I've gathered. Yes, I've been to the Iron Alpha to just grab. I got like actually run out of iron before now. Can you believe it? Because I've been making a ton of pistons, a ton of redstone stuff, and yeah, I'm kind of going to use iron for this build, and some like iron and spruce I think will go well with a little bit of packed ice. So as time goes on, I'm going to build one module. Actually no, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I kind of want the farm to get going while I'm building the other half. We'll see how it goes, but there's a long way to go. I'm going to probably build quite a bit just to save a little bit of time, because I don't want this to be like too long of an episode. But yeah, got to put the minecart system in first. I think that's the first thing that we're going to be doing, but I will give you a progress report when I get back. But yeah, that's the reason I got so much iron from the iron alpha, because I'm going to be using iron to give it like a little bit of a factory look, I guess. I know I'm not building a really cool factory like Dramer has. You know, Dramer's been on. If you want to know how to build a factory, that's how you do it. But this is just kind of going for that kind of look, right? And it's going to sit nicely at the top of this hill. Eventually I'm going to work out how to get up and down here pretty easily. Probably just do steps going down or something. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, I need to get cracking. You wouldn't believe how close I've come to running out of resources. I've literally got like one powered rail left and no gold. I need to go mining. I definitely need to go mining. And I never thought I'd say this, but I've got like 2 bits of redstone left. And I need... when I've built the actual on and off switch, I'm going to need more redstone, so I'm going to need to do some mining in between cuts here. But let me just quickly give you a rundown on what's going on. So this is basically the minecart that's going to power the pistons. The detector rails are what's going to power and fire the pistons as the minecart goes round. This might be laggy, and if it is, don't worry. If you're watching alphas, I'm only going to run this when there's no one on and it's just me, so that I can get vanilla ice all stocked up. So yeah, I'm going to make sure that I keep an eye on the lag factor, so I don't really want this lagging out. That's not why I built it. I built it just to get a quick burst of ice. Well, I wouldn't call it quick. It takes a while for this to actually fully fill up, but if I'm working around this area, it's closer than Mount Chili over there, so that's the reason why I'm bringing it closer as well. So as you can see, it's just a big circuit of detector rails, powered rails, just to make sure that the minecart boosts. We should definitely try and see. Let's make a lever quick. We're going to need one anyway, but let me just power this and make sure that will go around the whole circuit. The reason it's going to dip, you might be thinking, Dibs, why is there a dip? I think the minecart actually goes round. It like stops here, and then I've tried it on a flat, and when say turn, when I turn off, you'll see, because when it's flat, basically when it's flat and a flat rail, the minecart doesn't seem to want to, you know, launch. So that's why I put it on like a little pivot here, so it goes down a little bit, and then it kind of goes, it rolls down because of obviously gravity, and then that one pushes it back up. It kind of just boosts it better than it being flat. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure in testing that that's the reason why I'm doing this bit here. And yeah, and there will be an on and off switch, a little bit more complicated than that, and I'm going to hook it up above ground a little bit, because our feet are going to go about here. Anyways, I've got lots to do. I'll crack on and give you a progress report. I'm pretty sure that minecart is fine. It's actually making its way around the circuit pretty well. I'm going to turn that off because I don't want any lag. Plus, I need to put down a load of pistons. I need to chip out this a little bit. You probably noticed I've actually chipped, I've gone further out on each side just to get the extra rails. But yeah, it looks really cool in this resource pack. It's awesome. But yeah, lots of pistons to place now. Be right back. Guys, this is definitely not an early game farm. On the plus note, we're actually getting ice now, which is really cool. Oh, and quite rapidly as well. Yeah, this is not an early game farm. Look at all the pistons. Just look how much iron this is going to take. And this doesn't include this. You don't need this. This is just the block of choice. For me, I just want to go with iron and spruce. But yeah, this is definitely not a cheap farm by any stretch of the means. And Just going to place the last of the water here so it becomes infinite. And that is the water trenches done. As you can see, they're icing up nicely. And now all we got to do is hook up the redstone. Ooh, hook up the redstone so that the pistons fire from underneath. I mean, actually, no, tell a lie. All of these ones will fire because of the minecart. But these guys here on the side will not fire because... Do I have enough redstone? No. That's going to be a problem. So I definitely need to go mining, go grab some redstone. But yeah, this is pretty much almost functional. I've just got to go mining. I'm going to do all the redstone, and I'll show you what I've done in a short while. This is pretty much done as far as functionality is concerned. Looks, not so much, but we're getting there. Right, mining, and then I'm gonna do the redstone bits over here. I might be able to do that on camera. We'll see. Down in my branch mine, and yeah, I've been hitting the natural caves. Found some emeralds on the way, and a bunch of redstone. I'm just gonna like finish up here. I've got my fortune 3, and that is definitely enough for the rest of the farm. So I'll meet you back up top. Okay, we are back at top, and we are ready to do some redstone. I'm hoping we'll try at least. So where this this detector rail makes 17 in this row. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna bring down the redstone for this, and I'm gonna use iron where possible. So any exposed normal blocks I'm going to turn into iron so it looks like it's part of the farm. And what we're going to do is we're going to kind of do that. So we're going to have 2 blocks. I'm going to get some redstone repeaters. I think I've got just enough for now. Let's try and get the angle here so I can just go boosh and then go like that. And then we're going to stick them both on, is it 4 ticks? 1, 2, 3, 4 ticks. 1, 2, 3, 4 ticks. There we go. And then we're gonna. I do apologise on the redstone. I've still got the add-on in. I kind of like it. I'm taking a shine to it now. I'm gonna get rid of those seed. That seed. I want to keep soil because yeah, it's good for terraforming, right? And then we're gonna put a torch there. Block. Just gonna keep that signal going up. And then I'm gonna obviously do the other side off camera, but I'll see if I can quickly do this bit on camera at least. And then we got some redstone done on camera rather than doing all these cuts all the time. And we're gonna put a block there and a block over this torch. That is actually a torch. It looks like a weird light, doesn't it? Like, I don't know, you see them in like factories and stuff. But then what we're going to do is just run this redstone all the way across there. Like so. I think that's done. I think that is done. There's only one way to find out, and that's to fire her up. So as you can see, the pistons are going to go crazy. Little bit on the twitchy side, but not too bad so far. This won't go across because I haven't done the redstone for that side yet. But this one should push over to that first line of pistons. There we go. That's awesome. This one hasn't because we haven't done it yet. So I'm just going to turn this off and go and do that right now. And I'll be right back. Right, so that is the opposite side done, and you have to actually alternate it, so you can't do it on the same side because otherwise it won't work. You have to have it on the opposite side, but that will work all the same. All I've done down here is if you take away all, you might think this is a bit excessive, I guess, but I've tested it and it loses momentum if you don't have these. But for the sake of one power rail, you have to put the detector rail there because it's, you know, there's not a piston above it. So that activator rail will activate these pistons up here. So in that should work now. So this one should go, this line here should push over to here, the first piston. Hopefully, I think, maybe, if I'm correct. Let's quickly look. Kind of. Yep, it did. It did. It actually pushed across. We're all good. That farm is a working farm now. So I'm going to stop it because I don't want to lag everyone out for now. I want to really do this when there's not too many people around. But that is now functional. As you can see, it's pushed the second lot now. It's going to go all the way up around about 12 blocks. And then all we can do is, what I might do is let this run a little bit, and then maybe I can get an idea of how big we're going to go up. But for now, what we could do is grab some more iron blocks, and we can literally like box this off a little bit now. So this is kind of like the front of the farm. So yeah, and then we can, because it's even numbers, we're gonna kind of have, I'm gonna have a ladder up going up. I was thinking of bubble columns, but you know, this is a lag machine as it is if I leave it on too long, and the last thing I want to do is cause more lag with bubbles, because bubble columns are sometimes a little bit laggy. So yeah, I'm gonna just put ladders up there for the time being. That's gonna be good enough for me. So yeah, I think that's all good so far. I forgot about the switch, so rather than having the switch down here or on the floor, I've decided to have it on a wall, and I've just put a bit of redstone behind with a piston with a redstone block, which is going to power get power to that block there, and then power this. So as you can see, the piston's gone down, powers the redstone into this block, which powers this baby here, and also that one. So that's pretty cool. I'm gonna turn it off because I don't want to lag too much. And then yeah, I've had to take out this block here because this redstone would power that piston, and that piston would stop working. So yeah, I've had to remove that, but that's not essential. You don't need that block necessarily. No water's coming out or anything like that. So yeah, that kind of solves that problem. See? So whereas if I put a block there, all sorts of gremlins kick off. And the redstone starts getting a little bit crazy. But yeah. Right, so that's pretty much that. That's the on and off switch done. Very compact, love it. And yeah, all we got to do now is make this into like a structure, I guess. But I do warn you, it's going to look very square. The design I've got in mind is square, but we are building a farm which makes a giant ice cube after all, so it's not going to be anything too flash. So yeah, but it's going to look better than it would like leaving it like it is now, right? Because this doesn't look that great. I'd rather sort of make it look a little bit nicer. So yeah, right, so it's nothing special. It looks very blocky, I'm not gonna lie. It's very square, very boxy. I did try and mix it up with some packed ice on the side. Got some carpet to prevent spawns. I didn't use spruce in the end. I had a lot of dark oak to hand, but it does do the trick. It's not a bad farm, but I really wanted to build Frills, but I don't know. I'll see if I can chat Frill up and see what he says. Maybe he'll build it for me, because you know, he does have a nice streak to him, and his would be a lot better. So, and then maybe we can go downwards and have our farm kind of lower, so we could have like an entrance going sort of here somewhere, and then we don't have to run up a hill all the time or make big staircases and stuff like that. Tunnels are more discreet, I guess. So yeah, we'll see, to be continued. But this is definitely an upgrade from the original farms, and I would consider, if we do change this up in the future to make it more efficient, then I would definitely consider that another upgrade. I don't mind putting the work in if it's an upgrade and stuff and it's life's easier, But for now, this is definitely easier than the one before. So, and it's all automated, which is really cool. So guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. You know what to do. Give it some love in the comments, give it some love with the likes, etc. And I shall hope to see you in the next episode of AlphaCraft. Take it easy.